All persons below 21 years old must stay at home during enhanced community quarantine. All persons below 21 years old might stay at home during enhanced community quarantine. Hi dear students, again, this is Sir Junel, and we are about to discuss and answer your English Quarter 1 Module Number 3, Use of Modal Verbs, Nouns and Adverbs. So earlier, we've seen a person reading statements. The question is, which statement made the person sadder or upset? Is it the first statement or the second one? Yes, it is the first statement. And we saw that after reading the second statement, he was happier. Why? Have you noticed the highlighted words in those statements? They are the words must and might. Now, how do we call these words? They are called modal verbs. Now, for us to learn more about modal verbs and how we can use them in our own sentences, please open your modules on page 5. So guys, we are now in the page 5 of our module, and let us examine what modal verbs are using these sentences. So the first sentence, his 75-year-old mother is too old to ride a horse. The second sentence, his 75-year-old mother might be too old to ride a horse. Now, what have you noticed with these two sentences? Are they similar or different? Yes, sentences 1 and 2 have different meanings. Because sentence 1 was just saying a fact that his mother is too old for horseback riding. What about sentence number 2? Sentence 2 expresses the possibility, because of the word might, the possibility that his mother could no longer do horseback riding due to her age. So, it's all because of the presence of the word might, which is a modal verb in sentence 2, which made the meaning of that sentence different. The word might is an example of a modal expression that functions as a verb. That's why it is called modal verb. Now please take note of this, guys. Aside from the word might, there are also other commonly used modal expressions or modal verbs such as may, can, could, shall, should, will, and would. Now, if we were asked what modal verbs are, this is its exact definition. Modal verbs are auxiliary or helping verbs which modify or change the meaning of the main verbs. Again, modal verbs are auxiliary or helping verbs which modify or change the meaning of the main verbs. So when you say auxiliary, helping, from the word itself, they help the main verb to have a new meaning or to emphasize something. So we use modal verbs in giving advice, suggestions, in making requests, or in giving predictions and prohibitions. So guys, in this page, you can see a chart or a table of modal verbs commonly used in sentences, their use or meaning, and then sample sentences. So we will discuss them as well as the activities that follow, starting from page 5 up to page 11 of your modules. Now that we already understand what modal verbs are, let us now proceed with lesson number 2, modal nouns. Please pay attention to this telephone conversation between Peter and Simon. And please, take note of the highlighted words and how they were used inside the sentence. Hello, Simon. Did you hear that it is an obligation for persons below 21 years old to stay at home during enhanced community quarantine? Really, Peter? I thought it is only a possibility. That is what I heard in the news. Well, whether it is an obligation or just a possibility, it is a necessity that we protect ourselves from the virus. Right, Peter? Well, you are right, Simon. Now, have you noticed the highlighted words in the conversation of Peter and Simon? What are the words? Yes, the words are obligation, possibility, and necessity. Now, how do we call these words? They are called modal nouns. So for us to learn more about it, please open your modules and let's discuss page 13. Okay, so guys, here in page 13 of your modules, we have 3 sample sentences that will help us to understand what modal nouns are. So the first sentence is, if Carl campaigns hard, his win is a certainty. Second, Carl's friends express their willingness to help Carl in his campaign. And third, there is likelihood that the students will vote for Carl. So we see 3 underlined words from these 3 sentences. Certainty, willingness, likelihood. Well, these 3 words are somehow the same. How? They are all qualities or states. Okay. However, each of them is unique. For example, in number 1, we see the word certainty. When we say certainty, it is a quality or state of being certain or sure. So, when we read in number 1, certainty, it expresses that Carl's win is for sure. How about in number 2? We see the word willingness. We know that it is a quality or state of being ready to do something. So, sentence number 2 expresses that Carl's friends are ready to help him. They are willing to help him. How about in sentence number 3? The word likelihood is a quality or state of something having the chance to happen. So, in sentence number 3, likelihood expresses that there is a chance that the students will vote for Carl. So, these 3 words are called modal nouns. They are used as nouns inside a sentence, and the usage expresses modality. Just like modal verbs that we discussed earlier, modal nouns also express the quality or state in some manner other than a simple fact. So it's very easy to just state a fact in our sentences, but modal expressions help us to express it. Express the quality, the state, or the action word in some manner other than just simply stating the fact. So that is how beautiful modal expressions are in our speech. It gives more meaning to what we're saying. Now, starting from this page, page 14, and the pages that follow, we'll be discussing a table of modal nouns, their meanings, and sample sentences. And we'll also answer some activities that will help us how to apply or how to use modal nouns in our own sentences. Now, we fully understand what modal verbs are. They act as auxiliary or helping verbs to the main verbs inside a sentence, while modal nouns are used as nouns, of course. Let us now proceed to our third lesson, modal adverbs. Peter and Simon again had another conversation, a telephone conversation, which we will watch this time. And please, once again, take notice of the highlighted words that they will use in their conversation. Hi Simon, what are we going to do to be productive at home during this quarantine? Well, we can possibly do gardening, Peter. What do you think? I think that is a great idea. Well, we can also willingly help our parents in doing the household chores. Indeed, Peter, I am certainly happy you came up with the idea. Our parents will be surely proud of us if we do that. Right, Peter? Yeah, right, Simon. Bye. So what are the highlighted words in their conversation? Possibly, willingly, and certainly. How do we call these words? They are called modal adverbs. Now, what are modal adverbs and how can we use them in our own sentences? Please open your modules on page 22. So now guys, here in page number 22 of your modules, what is it? We'll learn what modal adverbs are and how they are similar and different from modal nouns and modal verbs. So let us read and study the sentences below or here in your module. The first sentence is, if Carl campaigns hard, he shall surely win. So the underlined word is surely. Carl's friends are willingly happy to help him in his campaign. Willingly. Please take note of that. The students will likely vote for Carl. The word likely is underlined. So surely, willingly, likely. These are called modal adverbs. Now, what are adverbs in the first place? Okay, do you remember what are adverbs in your previous grade level discussions in English? Well, adverbs are words that used to modify or to describe or give more information about verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Right? Now, how is it different from modal adverbs? Because we have adverbs, now we have modal adverbs. Modal adverbs are more unique than adverbs. Why? Because they help express modality. So, just to make it clear, modal adverbs are adverbs. But modal adverbs' uniqueness is that it helps express modality, just like modal nouns and modal verbs. Now, let's go back to our sample sentences above. If Carl campaigns hard, he shall surely win. Our modal adverb here is the word surely. Okay, so please take note of the ly in the end of each modal adverb. Going back, surely is our modal adverb here. What is the expression that this modal adverb is modifying or describing? Yes, the modal expression or modal verb shall win. Next, in the second sentence, willingly is our modal adverb. What does this describe? The adjective happy. How? Willingly. How happily will they help Carl in his campaign? Willingly. Okay. Next, in the third sentence, our modal adverb is the word likely. What does this describe? Will vote. The modal expression will vote. So we see that modal adverbs have the same goal or same use with adverbs or plain adverbs. They modify, they describe, or give more information about verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. The only difference with modal adverbs, it is unique because modal adverbs help express modality. Now, in this table below, still in page 22, we see here modal adverbs. So this is supposed to be adverbs. Modal adverbs in the first column, their meaning and how they are used in sentences. So we'll discuss this part as well as the activities that follow. So there you have it, guys. I hope you learned a lot from our discussion of modals. And we therefore conclude that modals really are expressions that carries different shades of meaning. We can use them to show or convey meaning with seriousness, certainty, and intensity. And we are happy to discuss the three types of it: modal noun, modal verbs, and modal adverbs. So once again, if there's a part of the lesson that you were not able to grasp fully or understand, you can always go back to that part through this video lesson. Again, this is Sir Jonel, and I thank you for listening attentively in our discussion.